Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to Fort Lee Softball on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. As today it's a big North American showdown between the visiting Ridgefield Park Scarlets, and they're taking on here the Bridgemen of Fort Lee. Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Long, joined alongside by Dimitri Nanis, Renee Matisic, and Maria Giannatasio. Glad that you could join us for another edition of Fort Lee Athletics here on this Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Today, this softball matchup will decide who will be in second place in the Big North American Division. Dumont atop the standings with a perfect 3-0 divisional mark. Ridgefield Park coming into today's contest 2-1 in the division. Fort Lee 3-2. So if the Bridgemen could win here, they would tie Ridgefield Park for second place. These two teams will be meeting tomorrow in the next time out, as Fort Lee is trying to get the handle of this win here today. As again on the schedule, it's a home game here against Ridgefield Park, and then the Bridgemen will travel in action at Ridgefield Park their next time out. Taking the circle here today for Coach Bill Straub's Fort Lee Bridgemen, it's going to be number 9, Michelle Kim, the junior. Her defense backing her up behind her. Hum in left, Lupino in center, Eno in right, Schulman down at third, Casal at short, Hausman at second, one at first, and Castillo doing the catching. Ridgefield Park coming into today's game 9-8 overall on the season, 2-1 in league play, while Fort Lee is 5-8 overall on the season, 3-2 in the Big North American Division. Cariel Kulala is going to be leading things off, number 16. She's the shortstop, hitting from the right side. Ridgefield Park in their white tops with red numerals and black pants. Fort Lee in the orange and black. And Kulala's foul ball attempt on a bunt attempt goes for a strike, 0-1. Gregory Hansen is the head coach of Ridgefield Park, trying to lead his team to their 10th win of the season. Bill Straub is the coach for Fort Lee, trying to get the Bridgemen their 6th win of the season. Last meeting between these two teams, Fort Lee defeated Ridgefield Park 12-2 here at home last April 23rd, 2021. So now foul ball, 2 strikes against Cariel Kulala. Janelle Kulala is going to be the catcher and hitting 8th in the lineup here for Ridgefield Park this afternoon. The 0-2 from Kim, as she grounds that one down to the third base side. The throw to first just a little too high. That will get away, and second base will be awarded to the leadoff hitter for Ridgefield Park. So it was a ground ball hit to the third base side, but then the throw over to first was a little too high. So that's going to allow an infield single, and then a throwing error will allow Kulala to hit down to second with nobody out here to begin the top of the first inning. Swing and a miss by Eliza Mullen. Mullen, the first baseman, 0-1 now in this count in her first plate appearance. So again, Kulala reaches on an infield single, then the throwing error gets her down to second base. Runner at second, nobody out, just got underway here in the top of the first inning. That pitch didn't get that far away from Castillo, but taking that opportunity was Kulala. So she is now down at third base with nobody out, as Ridgefield Park already has a runner down at third to begin inning number 1. Kim sets and fires. That's going to be a hot shot, and that's going to be a base hit. That's going to be an RBI double for Ridgefield Park and Eliza Mullen. And Ridgefield Park has jumped out in front by a score of 1-0 here, with still nobody out in the top of the first inning. So back-to-back hits to start off this game for the Scarlets, and now it's a runner down at second with nobody out, as Kim missing high to the outside. Gabriela Rivera, who is the pitcher here today, number 30 in white for Ridgefield Park. She's hitting from the right side against Kim. She gets sawed off there. That's going to be be hit weakly. Casal will range over from her shortstop position right around the back of the second base bag for the first out of the game. That ground ball will move the runner down to third base, so now there's one away here in the top of the first inning. Already one run home for the visitors. Nice play by Casal to get that first out. There's a fastball wound up and missed out of the strike zone. 1-0 the count against Daisy Santos. Santos, who's playing at third base this afternoon for Ridgefield Park. Santos fooled that time. Evens the count at 1-1 on the swing and a miss. Ridgefield Park comes into this game having won their last two games on the season. Most recently defeated Cliffside Park 5-4. Also defeated St. Dominic 7-2. That one just missed a little too high. It's now 2-1 the count. Again, Fort Lee could move their way into second place with a win here today in this league game, as Kim missing low this time. 3-1 the count now for Michelle Kim. Kim gave up a infield single to Cariel Kulala to begin this game, and then an RBI double to Eliza Mullen. She'll lose Santos to the walk. So now a walk will have runners at the corners with one out still here in the top of the first inning. First walk given up by Kim. Mullen is down at third, Santos down at first. Stepping in is Riley Fucci. Fucci, the second baseman, also hitting from the right side, her first plate appearance of the afternoon. Fucci takes that one in for a strike. Now 0-1 the count against her. It was a tough start to this game for Kim as she got a ground ball she was looking for, but a throwing error by an infielder to the third base side allowed that first runner to get on base, and then with a wild pitch, eventually moved down from second to third base and then was driven home on the RBI double down the left field line by Eliza Mullen. Mullen is trying to score from third. That one is fouled off, as Fucci is the batter here. Runners at the corners, one out, 1-0 lead, top of the first inning here for Ridgefield Park. One and two the count against Fucci. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to Casal at short, throws over, and up and off the bag. It looks like it was one. So another run will come home for Ridgefield Park, and the runner is safe at first. Casal was trying to get it over there quickly to get that second out, but in doing so, threw it just a little too high for the first baseman. As Sojung Won could not keep her foot on the bag, so now the runners at first and second, 2-0 lead for Ridgefield Park. So Michelle Kim has surrendered 2 runs in this inning. Runners at first and second, still one away. That's one's driven foul down the third base side. Riley Nagel, a designated player, the sophomore, standing in from the right side. Pops that one into the top of the cage, foul. Kim has yet to record a strikeout so far in this game. Missing high on that last pitch. Now it's going to be a full count, 3-2. Defense hasn't helped the cause out yet in this game for the Bridgemen. 2 errors in the inning. There's a hot shot, again to the left side, foul. So we'll do it again, a 3-2 count. Runners at first and second, 1 out in the inning. Mullen with an RBI double. And then that last one on a ground ball came in with an error. Now there's a pop-up. Chance for Fort Lee to get the second out of the inning, but it falls in foul territory. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Fucci had that RBI the last time up. I would have said that that would be an E6 on that last play, but again, I'm not the official scorer. This one popped up again, fouled into the top of the cage. So another long at-bat, this time by Riley Nagel. Kim trying to find an answer here early on. Misses that one low. It gets away from Castillo, but that will advance the runners anyway and load the bases. Runners at first, second, and third. With still only 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Second walk surrendered in this game by Michelle Kim. So she's given up 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 errors in the inning. And 2 runs, 2-0 lead for Ridgefield Park, trying to get off to a red-hot start to this one. Kim missing high as that's outside the strike zone, 1-0. Tiffany Filipek, freshman number 8. The right fielder today for Coach Hansen in Ridgefield Park stepping in. Ahead of the count, 1-0, and now a low strike is called. It's 1-1. Fort Lee in their signature orange tops, black pants, black numerals outlined in white. Ridgefield Park in their white tops with the black pants and a red trim along with the red numerals outlined in white as Kim misses low. Again, the bases are loaded, nowhere to put her. Bases loaded with 1 out of the inning, 2 runs already home for Ridgefield Park. They lead 2-0. That one is slashed foul to the right side and out of play. 2-1 the count. Two one, a swing and a miss that time. So my correction, that was 2 strikes against Filipek, so she is retired. They said that the catcher, Castillo, held on to it with a foul tip, so that's going to be the first strikeout, a big strikeout there for Michelle Kim. And now there's 2 away in the inning. Misses high in that first offering to Janelle Kulala. Number 12 is a junior. Janelle is the catcher here this afternoon for Ridgefield Park. Her sister already scored a run as the leadoff hitter. She fouls it back as Kim is trying to limit the damage to only 2 runs in this inning. Swing and a miss. Good delivery there by Kim. She's now got 2 strikes against Kulala. 2-2 the count. Bases loaded here, top of the first. That pitch taken a little too high. That pitch makes Kulala duck out of the way. She runs the count full now at 3-2. Nearly got hit by the pitch. Again, the bases are loaded, so a walk would walk in another Ridgefield Park run. 2-0 lead for the visitors. Kim bounces that one low to the outside. That's going to be ball 4. As another run comes home for Ridgefield Park. They have scored 3 here in the top of the first inning. That is the third walk surrendered by Michelle Kim to start off today's game. So it remains bases loaded with 2 outs now in the inning. Ava Capurso, the center fielder, 9th place hitter, now getting her first plate appearance of the game. Capurso, wasting little time, will foul that one, ripping it down the third baseline foul. 0-1. Capurso, the 9th different hitter to make a plate appearance here in the beginning of this game. That's going to be a strike call in the outside corner. Now it's 0-2 against Capurso, the sophomore number 9 hitter for Ridgefield Park. She fouls that one off, trickling it, as they will say that it is a foul ball. So the batter has to come back. Every base runner has to go back to their original starting position, as Kim is looking for that elusive final strike and final out of the inning. That one is missed low. Good job of fielding it was Castillo, making sure that did not get all the way to the backstop and allow maybe another run to score from third base on a wild pitch. Good handle there by Castillo. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Michelle Kim produces 2 strikeouts in the inning, but Ridgefield Park plates 3 on the board. Starting off with a RBI double by Eliza Mullen, then a ground out by Riley Fucci drove in a run, and Janelle Kalala walked with the bases loaded to bring in the 3rd run of the day. We head now to the bottom of the first inning here at Fort Lee. Ridgefield Park on top of the Bridgman, 3-0. As Fort Lee is getting ready for their first plate appearances, let's meet the Bridgman lineup here today. Leading off and pitching, Michelle Kim. Hitting second and playing at second base is Olivia Hausman. Hitting third and playing at short is Luciana Casal. Hitting fourth and doing the catching, Ava Lee Castillo. Hitting fifth and playing at first base is So Jung Won. Hitting sixth and playing in left field is Rachel Hum. Hitting seventh and playing at third base is Emma Schulman. Hitting eighth and playing in center field is Francesca Lapino. And hitting ninth and playing in right field is Paige Aino. As they will be trying their luck against Gabriela Rivera. Rivera, number 30, is going to be the pitcher starting off this game for Ridgefield Park, a freshman. Will get her time here on the rubber inside the circle and go against her fellow pitcher in Michelle Kim, who will lead off this game for the Bridgman. Down by 3-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Kim with a healthy swing and a miss. No one won the count. Kim will foul that one out of play, and quickly she's behind in the count against Rivera, 0-2. Fort Lee 5-8 on the season, 3-2 in American Division play. 0-2. That pitch inside and tight. It's now 1-2. Bridgman are coming off a humbling loss here at home against Dumont their last time out, as the Huskies won in a shortened game 16-0. Pitch missed to the outside by Rivera, now evens it at 2-2. The previous game, Fort Lee had produced a season-high 20 runs in a 20-4 win against Dwight Morrow. As Kim will fly that one down the right field side. And it looks like they're going to say that that did just stay fair enough. So Michelle Kim will lead off the game here in the bottom of the first inning for Fort Lee with a base hit. So just like Ridgefield Park did, leadoff hitter is on here for Fort Lee. That pitch missed to the outside against Olivia Hausman. Hausman, the sophomore, getting the start at second base this afternoon. Swings through it. So Kim reached safely with just getting that to fall down the right field line fair. As Hausman will go down on 3 pitches. That's the first strikeout of the day for Rivera. And there's one away here for Fort Lee in the bottom of the first inning. Brings up the third place hitter, the shortstop, Luciana Casal. Casal, a senior, one of the leaders on this team. Throw down to second base, trying to steal. And Kim is going to be thrown out, trying to steal second base. What a throw by Janelle Kulala, the catcher. And Kim is retired, so now there's 2 away with no one on base for Luciana Casal. Casal takes off the plate for a ball. Ridgefield Park defense, Masso in left, Capurso in center, Filipek in right. Santos at third. Cariel Kulala at short, Fucci at second, Mullen at first, and we just saw the arm of the catcher, Janelle Kulala. And throwing out Kim, trying to get in scoring position. Casal went around. She was upset with herself. Ridgefield Park, as you see in the center of your screen, they thought that was strike 3. Instead, it was only the second strike against Casal. 2 outs with nobody on base, bottom of the first inning, as Casal will line that one foul down the right field line. Thank you for your support of these great student athletes as we bring you all the sights and sounds here from Fort Lee. We do these broadcasts actually remotely from the gym, so bear with us when we're having a bit of a delay to see what happens ourselves. There's a swing and a miss by Casal as she is struck out. And Gabriela Rivera, after surrendering a leadoff hit to begin this game to Michelle Kim, strikes out the last 2 hitters she faced. Also got a little help from her catcher in throwing out a would-be base stealer down at second base. So they put up a 0 on the board in the bottom of the first inning. We head to the top of the second, 3-0 lead for Ridgefield Park, as you're watching Fort Lee Bridgman softball here on YouTube. As we head to the top of the second inning here in beautiful Fort Lee, New Jersey, it's a 3-0 lead for the visitors from Ridgefield Park as they played it across 3 runs in the top of the first inning. As Michelle Kim will head back to the circle for the start of inning number 2, and she misses on the first pitch for a ball. 1-0. Ariel Kulala, the leadoff hitter, who got everything going with her infield single back in inning number 1. She'll lead things off to start inning number 2 as well. Could have been a ground out victim back to the third base side, but reached safely. Now she'll ground this one down to the second baseman. Houseman will throw over, and one just got her foot on the bag. It's the second time that we've seen So Jung Won have to jump up to try to corral a throw. This time a little fancy footwork, though, got her back on the bag to record the out. So Cariel Kulala is retired for the first time this afternoon. There's one away with nobody on in the top of the second inning. First ball swinging, and that's going to be a fair ball. Another base hit for Eliza Mullen down the third base line. So Mullen is a perfect 2 for 2 in this game with a double and a single as well as an RBI. Third hit of the game now for Ridgefield Park. That brings up the pitcher, Gabriela Rivera. Rivera grounded out to short her first at-bat. 0 for 1 today. That one got away from Castillo. She'll throw down to second. That throw is going to be off the mark. That'll go into the outfield, and heading all the way down to third base is Eliza Mullen. So Mullen saw that the ball got away from Castillo, the catcher for Fort Lee. She made her advance down to second base. Castillo's throw was over the shortstop's head into center field, and heading from first all the way down to third now with one out is Eliza Mullen. So Rivera with a chance at an RBI with a base hit here, trying to extend her team's 3-0 lead. Rivera takes high from Kim. Kim's been struggling to find some consistency in the strike zone early on in this game. Gave up 2 hits, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts in that first inning. As Rivera will grind that one down to the third base side. Tossing over, now trying to advance down to home plate. Out at home! So a double play to end the inning for the Bridgemen. Showing off a little leather there in the field. It was a nice pickup by Shulman. She lobbed it over for the ground ball out from third. And then the throw was made home after the runner was trying to time her run and head down the third base line. She was thrown out trying to score. A double play to end the inning, and it will remain a 3-0 lead for Ridgefield Park as we head now to the bottom of the second inning here in sunny Fort Lee. So a big defensive play there to end the top of the second inning when Ridgefield Park were threatening to add to their lead already. They had a runner at third with one out, but Rivera's high chopper to third froze the runner at third. Shulman made the play over to first, and then eventually the throw by one got home to Castillo, who slapped on the tag to deny Mullen from scoring from third. So missed opportunity there for the Scarlets. As Rivera is unhappy, missing a couple outside the strike zone against Avalee Castillo, the Fort Lee catcher. Castillo with a rip that time, but came away with just air. That's going to be called a strike in the outside corner. Generous strike there makes it a 2-2 count. 3-0 as you see on your screen. Ridgefield Park on top. There's a swing and a miss, and a third consecutive strikeout in this game now for Gabriela Rivera. She struck out the last 2 hitters she faced in order to begin the bottom of the first inning. Now strikes out Castillo to begin inning number 2. One away with nobody on base for So Jung Won, as that's taken high for a ball 1-0. Sojung is a senior playing first base here this afternoon. Made that nice play on the double play to end the top of the second. There's a strike against one who was trying to back out of the way, thinking it might have missed low. Instead, it evens the count at 1-1. There's a strike across the heart of the plate, as now Rivera is starting to deal. 1-2 the count. Already 3 strikeouts in this game for the freshman pitcher for Ridgefield Park, as that's fouled down the right field line. Fort Lee led off the game in the bottom of the first inning with a single by Michelle Kim to shallow right field. She was then thrown out trying to advance down to second base, and that's going to be strike 3 looking in the outside corner for Gabriela Rivera. Rivera has now recorded 4 straight strikeouts in the game. And Fort Lee has no one on base with 2 outs here in the bottom of their second inning. First backwards K of the afternoon for Rivera. Pitch taken off the plate by Rachel Hum. Hum, number 11, is the starting left fielder this afternoon for Fort Lee. She fouls it off. 1-1 the count now against Hum. In each of their 5 wins this season, the Bridgemen have scored double digits and have been averaging 14.8 runs per game. As that's taken outside. Or a strike and make it 1-2. Swings there, so correction is now 2-2. Constantly been fooled myself by this home plate umpire. Now 2-2. Hum tried to check her swing, but it was ruled that she went around, make it 5 consecutive strikeouts in the game for Gabriela Rivera. The freshman is off to a red-hot start here for Ridgefield Park. Her team will take a 3-0 lead with them into the 3rd inning as you're watching Big North American Division softball action courtesy of the Fort Lee Athletics Department. A beautiful 72 degrees and a sunny afternoon here in Fort Lee, New Jersey, just outside of New York City. As that pitch actually hits the batter. As Daisy Santos, who drew a walk in her first plate appearance back in the first inning, takes the first pitch off the side of her body. From Michelle Kim, she'll be a base runner to lead things off for the Scarlets of Ridgefield Park here in inning number 3. It certainly would not have felt great, especially in the weather that we've encountered during the softball season in recent weeks of the year. This is the best playing conditions by far for a Fort Lee softball game here at home. 72 degrees, sunny. It's been relatively cold and windy and wintry in its nature in most of this season so far. Here's Riley Fucci. Ball gets away from Castillo. That's going to allow the runner to head down to second base now. So Santos moves down to second on the wild pitch from Kim. Riley Fucci reached on an error in her first plate appearance. Also was credited with the RBI after his throwing error against Luciano Casal. There's an off-speed pitch that floated in for a strike by Kim. 2-1 the count. Another swing and a miss by Fucci. She was swinging out of her shoes there. That evens the count now at 2-2. Kim only had to face 3 hitters in the last inning thanks to that double play, as Fucci fouls that one to the right side. Michelle Kim has given up 3 runs on 3 hits, has walked 3, struck out 2. A couple of unearned runs as well. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Michelle Kim as Fucci goes down swinging. 3rd strikeout of the game. Now for number 9. So Fort Lee's junior hurler gets her 3rd strikeout of the afternoon, and that'll bring up Riley Nagel. As that one missed high and wide by Kim. 1-0. Nagel drew a walk back in the first inning in her first plate appearance. Santos standing down at the second base bag. That pitch missed high by Kim. Now 2-0 against Nagel. The Bridgemen are 3-2 at home this season with league wins against Cliffside Park and Dwight Morrow, as well as a league loss recently against Dumont. That one is ripped to the left field side, getting away from the left fielder. That's going to plate home another run. Thinking of 3, turning the corner, now thinking possibly inside the park home run, going all the way home and scoring. It's going to be an inside the park 2-run homer for Riley Nagel as Ridgefield Park now, extends their lead to 5-0. So Nagel had that hot shot down the left field line. And when it couldn't be fielded cleanly by Hum, it was going to be all sorts of trouble on the play for Fort Lee. Nagel drove in Santos, who was hit by a pitch to begin the inning, and then scored with her speed herself. It's now 5-0. That brings up Tiffany Philippek, the right fielder. 0-1 against Philippek, who takes the second pitch high, 1-1. So a 2-run inside the park home run for Riley Nagel. Today's designated player in the lineup for Ridgefield Park. 5-0 lead for the visitors. There's a strike in the outside by Kim. So that hit batter comes around to hurt Kim to lead off this inning after she did strike out Fucci, the next hitter she faced. All the damage has really been done on these pulls by the right hitting dominated lineup for Ridgefield Park. They have had success going down that third base side. Now 2-2 against Philippek. Takes that one low, and it's actually my correction. It's ball 4. So Philippek draws the walk. Another base runner on here in the 3rd inning for Ridgefield Park. Fourth walk given up by Michelle Kim. A bunt attempt, and that's going to be bunted foul by Junelle Kulala. Kulala drew a walk with the bases loaded back in inning number 1 to get the RBI on that play. That brought in the 3rd run of the day at that point for Ridgefield Park. Softly hit. Kim is going to field it herself off the circle and off the rubber. Makes the play to retire Kulala down at first. That'll move the runner down to second base, but now there's 2 outs in the inning. 1-3 ground out to Kim. Over to her first baseman, 1. And that brings up the 9th place hitter here for Ridgefield Park, and Ava Capurso. The center fielder struck out back in the first inning. She's 0 for 1. That pitch gets away from Castillo, goes all the way to the backstop. That'll allow the runner to head down from second to third base. As Ridgefield Park already has staked themselves out to a 5-run advantage. Now with an opportunity here with a runner down at third and 2 away. Kim missing inside. Castillo getting a piece of that one to prevent it from going all the way to the backstop again. Now 2-0 the count. If Capurso can continue this inning, it would get back to the top of the order. And Cariel Kulala. That one is foul to the left side. Ridgefield Park plating home 3 runs in the first inning. 2 more here on the 2-run inside the park home run by Riley Nagel. Off speed, missed inside. 3-1 the count. That's going to be a hot shot. Down the line again. And that's going to drive in another run. So once again, Ridgefield Park scores a run by plating it to the left side of the diamond and into shallow left field. So an RBI single by Ava Capurso has extended this lead now to 6-0. Once again, this one is grounded, fielded, and thrown over in time for the third and final out as Shulman got it over to 1 to retire Kulala for the third and final out. But for the second time in this game, Ridgefield Park has put up a 3-run inning. This time 3 runs in the top of the third inning, as Ridgefield Park will take a 6-0 lead into the bottom of the third inning here at Fort Lee. So Gabriela Rivera, number 30 in the middle of your screen, she has been dealing in this game. She has struck out the last 5 consecutive hitters she has faced and has now been granted a 6-run cushion to work with. As we head here to the bottom of the third inning, Dan Long, Dimitri Nanis, Maria Giannatazio, and Renee Matisic. So glad that he could join our broadcast team here from Fort Lee High School as you're watching Fort Lee Bridgman softball. Swing and a miss by Emma Shulman. Shulman is now behind in the count, 0-2. Michelle Kim led off this game with a bloop single to right field for Fort Lee, but since that point, Rivera has recorded an out ever since. There's a ground ball thrown over and in time. Nice play made on the left side of the infield for Ridgefield Park, and now Shulman is retired and there's 1 away. Ariel Kulala made that play on the ground ball. There's going to be a strike against Francesca Lapino. Lapino, the Bridgman center fielder, first plate appearance of the afternoon. Missed inside. It's now 1-1 the count. Fort Lee has already surpassed their win total from a season ago when the Bridgmen only produced 2 wins in the 2021 season. They've produced 5 wins so far this year, 3 of which have come in divisional play, as that one's fouled off by Lapino. 1-2 count against her. There's going to be strike 3 looking in the inside corner. Again, we're granted with the position of where you kind of see it as the viewers from home in the center field camera. Some of these pitches, They are dropping off the plate, but still are being called for strikes. So Lupino is a strikeout victim. She goes down looking. Strikeout number 6 in the game for Rivera as she misses on the outside corner. There's a strike that time. Paige Eno, the sophomore, number 7, hitting from the left side. Another strike, and quickly it's a 1-2 count. Against the Bridgman right fielder, hitting 9th in the lineup this afternoon. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. So Rivera has herself another 1-2-3 inning. She is now retired the last 8 consecutive batters that she has faced in this game. We head to the top of the 4th inning, 6-0 lead for Ridgefield Park. Top of the 4th inning, 6-0 lead for Ridgefield Park. On top of Fort Lee here, Eliza Mullen has been part of this scoring offense, and there's her 3rd hit of the day. That goes up and over the head of the outfield. She rounds 3rd. She might score. Coming all the way home for an inside the park home run, the 2nd inside the park home run of the day for Ridgefield Park on a line drive hit to deep center field by Eliza Mullen. And now the Scarlets have advanced their lead to 7. It's 7-0. So Eliza Mullen is now 1 triple away from hitting for the cycle here this afternoon. She is a double, a single, and now a home run. Rivera will lace that into center field for a base hit as well. Back-to-back hits now surrendered by Michelle Kim to begin the 4th inning. And Gabriela Rivera, who had grounded into a double player last up, also was a ground-out victim back in the 1st inning, has her first hit of the afternoon. 7 hits in the game now for Ridgefield Park. A swing and a miss by Santos. That ball gets away, and that'll allow Rivera to trek down to second base. Again, another one gets away from Castillo, and that's going to move Rivera all the way down to third base with nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. 1 run already home and a 7-0 lead for Ridgefield Park. Eliza Mullen, 3 for 3 with a home run, a double, a single, and now 2 RBIs. That floats in just a little too high. And that's going to be called a ball. Bit of a surprise there, based on the type of strike zone we've seen so far this afternoon. 2-1 is going to be grounded, foul to the left side. So as a hitter, you have to make your adjustments based on the strike zone of the umpire that day. Looks like our home plate umpire favors a lower strike in the strike zone rather than one maybe belt high. That's going to be a pop-up. That's going to be deep in the outfield. And that's going to fall in for another hit. And another run on the board for Ridgefield Park. So 8-0 now the lead for Ridgefield Park. Brings up Riley Fucci. Fucci struck out her last time up. Takes that one for a strike. 0-1. Also reached on an error back in the first inning. Fucci grounds that one down foul to left side. 0-2 against her. That one bounces away that time. So our apologies again from our vantage point. It's tough to see as well. We see exactly what you're seeing as we're doing this broadcast remotely from a different area. There's no real opportunity for us to broadcast from the field. So that last play was a nice play in right field, or left field I should say, for an out for Fort Lee. But tagging and then scoring from home was Rivera. So there's one out with nobody on base here in the inning. As they get a couple of fresh softballs for the home plate umpire, it's still Fucci at the bat. 2 runs home here in the top of the 4th inning. 8-0 lead now for Ridgefield Park. That pitch missing high to the outside. Riley Nagel waits on deck. She had the 2-run inside the park home run her last time up in the 3rd. Fucci lines that one to the right side, and that's going to be caught. And that will end the inning. So a surprise there. So it's going to be that line drive out the second base, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. All Ridgefield Park so far this afternoon. Bottom of the 4th inning. Fort Lee looking for still their first run of the game. Gabriela Rivera has been dominant in the circles so far in this contest. She's retired the last 8 Fort Lee hitters in order, dating back to this woman, Michelle Kim, getting the first hit of the day, leading off for the bottom of the 1st inning. A softly hit floater and went into right field. She's the only one who has got it on with the base hits, and that time Kim will take that last pitch inside for a strike. So Kim strikes out. 8 strikeouts now in the game for Rivera, as she is working rather quickly as well. Here's Olivia Hausman. Houseman struck out back in her first plate appearance. She's 0 for 1. Goes after that high heat, and now behind the count, 0-2. And Houseman goes down swinging on 3 pitches. Make it 9 strikeouts now for Rivera. She is making quick work of Fort Lee so far in this game, fans. She's now retired 10 straight hitters. Here's Casal, grounding it down to the left side, and there's a quick 1-2-3 inning again put on the board by Gabriela Rivera, as Casal grounded out down to Santos at third base on the 5-3 putout. So Fort Lee kept scoreless again. We head to the top of the 5th inning. It is a 7-0 lead. My corrections and my apologies in favor of Ridgefield Park, so they did not score 2 runs in that last inning. As again, we were trying to figure out for ourselves based on our vantage point what had happened, so it looked like it was a double play on that fly ball to left field that prevented Rivera from scoring. She was doubled up, and that ended the inning. But again, still plenty of work to do. Fort Lee is running into a red-hot pitcher here today. Gabriela Rivera has staked her team out to a 7-run lead as we head to the 5th. Top of the 5th inning, 7-0 lead for Ridgefield Park. Riley Nagel leading things off. Nagel setting that one deep down the line as she will be held to a single. So Nagel, who had the inside the park 2-run homer her last time up, now collects her second hit of the day as she hit that one to the left side. That is where Ridgefield Park has been finding their success here today against Michelle Kim. The leadoff hitter is on safely for the Scarlets. That one is dribbled and through the wickets of Castillo to the backstop. That's going to allow Nagel to head down to second base. Tiffany Philippek, 0 for 1 with a walk here today. Castillo trying to pick that one. Philippek getting out of the way. The right fielder struck out swinging in the first inning. Drew a walk her last time up in the 3rd. Another bounce. Handled this time by Castillo as twisting and shielding herself. The home plate umpire as well. It's a 3-0 count. Again, Kim has just not had that consistency in the strike zone today. That has shown her to be a little wild. Off speed, hits the outside corner for a strike to make it 3-1. Kim has surrendered 7 runs on 8 hits in this game. Missing high for ball 4. That is her 5th walk given up in this game as well. She's also hit 1 batter. She's been helped out by a double play a couple of times. So now runners at first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Grounding that one back to Kim. Kim fielding her position, throwing down to third base to try to get that lead runner, and she does. Nice play and nice decision there aggressively of cutting out that opportunity, which could have kind of turned into kind of a sacrifice bunt to get the runners over to second and third. Kim, despite falling over to the first base side, fielded the position and threw over to third for the force out. Bounces that one in the dirt, gets away from Castillo. That will, though, allow the runners to venture their way down to second and third, respectively. So even though they couldn't advance the runners on the last play and the ground ball back to the pitcher, they do so here on the wild pitch. Center fielder is Ava Capurso. Capurso lining that one foul to the left field side. Capurso struck out swinging to end the first inning. Also had an RBI singler last time up in the third. RBI opportunity here with runners at second and third and one away. High pitch getting away from the pitcher Kim that time. Now 2-1 the count. Cariel Kulalo, the leadoff hitter, waiting on deck. Capurso with a pop-up. And the out secured by Casal, ranging back from her shortstop position in shallow left field. So now there's two away with runners still at second and third. Cariel Kulala had a base hit back in the first inning and a couple of ground outs her last two times up. Grounds that one to Casal, over in time for the third and final out. So after the first two runners got on safely, Kim manages to hold Ridgefield Park down and produce the next three outs without surrendering another run. So for only the second time here so far in this game, Ridgefield Park has held scoreless in an inning. It remains a 7-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Can Fort Lee find a way to solve this problem that has been Gabriela Rivera? This freshman has been playing and pitching like she's a senior. She is cruising through this game right now. She has struck out 9 Bridgman hitters in this game. She has also retired 11 straight hitters since giving up a leadoff hit to begin the game in the bottom of the first inning. Castillo will try her luck and foul it straight back, 0-1. Nine strikeouts, no walks, no runs, 1 hit. Rivera's 0-1. Castillo goes swinging at something outside the strike zone, and now it's 0-2. Again, Michelle Kim led off the game, flaring a hit to right field. She was then thrown out trying to steal second. Fort Lee has not gotten a player to second base yet in this game. Rivera is dealing. Castillo sawing that one off. Will stay in the at-bat, but still 0-2 against her. Castillo struck out back in the second inning. She's 0-1. Striking out again here to start off inning number 5. 10th strikeout of the afternoon now for Gabriela Rivera. And there's one out with no one on base in the bottom of the 5th. So Jung Won, the first baseman. One was a strikeout victim back in the second inning, struck out looking. as that one was fouled down the right field line. So one is retired, so that'll bring up Rachel Hum with 2 outs and no one on base. As Rivera missing high and wide that time. Outside, again for an opportunity here for Rachel Hum, who struck out swinging back in the second inning. Hum chasing after that high pitch. Rivera again trying to get through the order. Ground ball, that's going to squeak through. That's the second hit of the day for Fort Lee as that continues to roll. Going all the way down to second base with a double, it's going to be Rachel Hum. Only the second hit of the day, finally getting to Gabriela Rivera. And for the first time this afternoon, the Bridgemen have a runner down in scoring position. Stepping in and taking a strike. As it looks to be a pinch hitter here for Fort Lee. Swinging through and missing. Goris is your pinch hitter. Tori Goris, the junior, number 13. Still remains a 7-0 lead for the visitors from Ridgefield Park. Goris fouling that one off. Rachel Hum finally got an extra base hit here this afternoon for Fort Lee, only their second hit of the ball game. Rivera had retired 13 straight hitters before that 2-out double. That's rolled down to third base, thrown over. And they're going to say, did she come off the bag or did she come down? No, they're going to say safe. Safe is the call. The throw was a little too high from the third baseman. That'll be a throwing error against the third baseman. And now Fort Lee with runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Goris gets on safely thanks to the E5. Now that brings up Lupino, the center fielder. Started in center field in this game. It's been ships it over, it looked like to left. Lupino struck out back in the 3rd inning. She's 0 for 1. Outside corner, it's an opportunity here, a 2-0 count in favor of Lupino. Rivera getting a little wild here for the first time in this game. It's now 3-0 in favor of the 8th place hitter here for the Fort Lee lineup. Rivera trying to hunker down and get that final out of the bottom of the 5th inning. She fires that one in. All speed, pitch, strike. 3-1. 3-1 hits the outside corner to now run the count full against Lupino. 3-2. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs, runners at the corners. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Rivera gives up a base hit. Also had an error against her infielder and pitches out of trouble, so it still remains a 7-0 lead for Ridgefield Park as we head to the top of the 6th inning here at Fort Lee. So we go to the top of the sixth inning, 7-0 lead for Ridgefield Park. The dangerous Eliza Mullen, a triple away from the cycle. 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs, hit an inside the park home run her last time up. Led off the game with an RBI double in the first, a single in the second. Kim still in the circle here for Fort Lee as she misses inside. Now it's 3-0 the count against Mullen, who's trying to get on base safely for the 4th straight time in this game. And Mullen will do just that as she draws a 4-pitch walk. So Eliza Mullen, the first baseman for Ridgefield Park, the sophomore, has had an outstanding afternoon, and the leadoff hitter is on safely for the Scarlets to start the 6th inning. 6th walk of the game. Now here for Michelle Kim. Brings up Gabriela Rivera. Rivera lines that one into the glove of the shortstop, Casal, as she is retired. That's the first out of this top of the 6th inning now for Ridgefield Park. So Mullen still down at first base. That'll bring up Daisy Santos. Santos takes that first pitch low, 1-0. Santos has reached safely twice in this game. Drew a walk in the first, got hit by a pitch in the third, but then lined out into a double play her last time up to left field in the 4th inning. Santos drives it that way again, but it's going to be a line drive out. Second out of the inning now. As now there's 2 away with the runner still down at first base. So a couple of line drive outs to infielders, that time to the third baseman. And Kim is 1 out away from once again putting up a scoreless inning of work. As Fucci tries to go down to the first base side, but she's going to be retired. And there was a quick inning of work for Michelle Kim. She surrendered that leadoff walk to Eliza Mullen, but then had her infielders help her out with a couple of line drive outs to end the inning. So it's a 7-0 lead for Ridgefield Park as we head now to the home portion of the 6th inning. We head bottom of the 6th, still 7-0 lead for the visitors. Gabriela Rivera, who's directing her defense, she has been the story in this game. Obviously, Ridgefield Park has helped her out offensively, putting up 7 runs on offense, but this freshman hurler has just been outstanding for Ridgefield Park here this afternoon, as she has struck out 11 hitters in this game, at one point retired 13 in a row before surrendering a 2-out double in the last inning to Rachel Hum. Then after there was an infield error against her third baseman, had runners at the corners for Fort Lee as they were trying to scratch home what would have been their first run of the day. But Rivera was able to settle down, strike out Lapino to end that only scoring threat so far for the Bridgemen. As now it is a 7-run lead heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. Thank you so much for joining us here for this coverage, courtesy of the Fort Lee Athletic Department, in our free streaming broadcasts that are available both live and on demand at any time on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Is there a bit of a delay here before we get back to the resumption of play? As again, it's going to be Fort Lee heading to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rivera has allowed no runs on 2 hits, has struck out 11 hitters, and has not surrendered a walk as well. So it looks like we are good to go to start the bottom of the 6th inning. As Fort Lee will take that pitch off the plate. Looks like it's Caitlin Park who's going to be stepping in as a pinch hitter in the 9th spot, which was filled by Paige Eno, who was the starting right fielder in this game. So Caitlin Park, the sophomore, getting to hit now. Outside, as Rivera was looking for that call, has a sheepish grin on her face. There's a swing and a miss on that chance. As Park is going to be retired for the first out of this bottom of the 6th inning. Twelfth strikeout of the day now for Gabriela Rivera. Taking on Michelle Kim. Kim is 1 for 2 in this game. Struck out looking her last time up. Had the single to begin play in the bottom of the 1st inning to right field. Kim would have the last hit of the game until Rachel Hum had that hard hit double in the 5th inning. Kim trying to drive it to the right side again. 2-1 the count. Three and one, missing to Michelle Kim, trying to get on base for the 2nd time in this afternoon's contest here in the Big North American. Kim slashing that one to the first base side, and that goes foul. Full count now at 3-2. A single by Kim and a double by Hum, accounting for the lone 2 hits here today for Fort Lee. And a swing and a miss, holding on to it was Kalula with the strikeout. And Kim is retired for the 2nd out of the inning. 13 Ks on the board now here for Gabriela Rivera. Ridgefield Park has a good one here in this freshman pitcher. As Houseman will take that one for a strike in the outside corner. Olivia Houseman, the starting second baseman, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts this afternoon for Fort Lee. 2 outs with nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. High pitch taken for a ball, 1-1. Ridgefield Park scoring 3 runs in the 1st inning, 3 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. All zeros on the board so far here for Fort Lee. Now swing and a miss, Houseman behind the count, 1-2. Houseman just fouled off a piece of that to remain alive in this at-bat. 13 strikeouts for Gabriela Rivera in this game. Trying to strike out the side for what would be the 2nd time in this game. She misses low. It's now 2-2. Houseman doing a good job of not chasing. The 2-2. Houseman will ground that one down to third base side, picking that one out of the dirt. What a play by the first baseman. So not only just doing it at home plate with the bat, but Eliza Mullins showing off the leather there at first, digging that low throw out of the ground. And a 5-3 put out to end the inning. So Rivera once again dispatches Fort Lee 1-2-3. We head to the top of the 7th inning. 7-0 lead for Ridgefield Park. So Michelle Kim is getting ready to start her 7th inning of work. Her team trails 7-0. After struggling a bit in the first couple of innings, she has settled down quite nicely to put up a pair of scoreless innings in both the 5th and 6th inning, as she will try to keep this a 7-run deficit for her team as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Riley Nagel will lead things off, number 10. Nagel has reached base safely in all 3 previous plate appearances. Drew a walk in the first, had a 2-run inside the park home run in the 3rd, also had a single in the 5th. As that pitch is taken to the outside for a ball, 1-0. Nagel had that 2-run homer and used the speed to get around the bases to make that an inside the park home run. That was going to be the first of 2 inside the park home runs today for Ridgefield Park, as that pitch misses high as well. Nagel sees that one curl just to the outside corner for a strike. 3-1 the count, as Kim is trying not to walk the leadoff hitter to begin the top of the 7th inning. Nagel will drive that one deep to left field. That's going to be trying to be tracked down to the far side by Lapino, who's now in left. And Nagel has her 3rd hit of the day. 4th time that she is on safely. She now has a double, a single, and a home run. She's just a triple shy of the cycle as well. So Riley Nagel has led off this top of the 7th inning with a double down the left field line. 9th hit of the afternoon now for Ridgefield Park. There's a swing and a miss by Tiffany Philippek. Philippek is 0 for 1 with a pair of walks so far in this game. Struck out back in the 1st, drew walks in the 3rd and 5th innings. That one's taken low for a ball. 1-1. Kim has now given up 9 hits in this game, 7 runs on 9 hits, as walked 6, struck out 3. Ground ball, hit foul to the left side. It's now 1-2 the count. In the last 2 scoreless innings for Ridgefield Park, they had their leadoff hitters get on safely, but have not been able to produce any runs from it. Kim wants to continue that scenario here. Just missing high, goes 2-2. Two is sent down the right field line, as that will be a foul ball. Correction, that's an out. Again, we are a victim of our circumstances as well, fans, that if we can't see any plays, and also the umpires, they have not been adamant with their out calls. It was just sent down the right field line, so we're blind in that spot as well. Philippek is out, and now there's 1 out in the inning, as Kim missing high against Janelle Kulala. One out. The runner down at second. Ground ball to the left side. Casal handles it. Throws over in time for the out. Advancing down safely to third base is Nagel. But now there's 2 outs in the inning, so once again, Kim has an opportunity after giving up a leadoff double to get out of the inning unscathed and unscored upon. That'll bring up the 9th place hitter, the center fielder, Ava Capurso. Capurso is 1 for 3 this afternoon with an RBI single back in the 3rd inning. Swings and misses that time, 0-1 the count. Capurso struck out to end the 1st inning. Also popped up to the shortstop Cassaller last time up in the fifth. So 1 for 3 with that RBI single back in the third inning. Missing a low inside is Kim. That evens the count at 1-1. That time a rocket shot. Hooked foul, though, to the left side. One and two the count against Caparso. Again, a chance here for Michelle Kim to put up another scoreless inning of work. As we're in the top of the 7-0 lead for Ridgefield Park on top of Fort Lee. Pitch missing high to the outside. Again, consistency, that's all you want from your umpire, certainly behind the plate, and she has not been granting the high strike. She's been given the low strike here today. So that consistency is appreciated. That time, that pitch looked to be belt high, but was ruled to be inside for a ball. Kim a little slow getting back to the rubber. I think she wanted that one. The batter was fooled a bit, but that was deemed to be just too high. Kim will fire that one inside, as that is going to be sent to the left side and foul. So we'll do it again with a full count, 3-2. Runner down at third with 2 outs. Nagel led off the inning with a double. There's a ball that's hit to the left side. That's going to squeak through. That's going to drive in the 8th run of the day for Ridgefield Park. Another RBI single by Caparso. Her second RBI single of the day. And now is an 8-0 lead for the visitors. 10th hit of the afternoon now for Ridgefield Park. And that'll bring us back to the top of the Ridgefield Park order. That pitch is taken low, throw down to second base, not in time, as the runner steals second base safely. So Caparso, who has a pair of RBI singles in this game, now give her a stolen base as well, as that last pitch was in the dirt, 1-0. That's ricocheted foul by Cariel Kulala. Kulala led off the game with an infield single back in the first inning. Has been retired on 3 consecutive ground ball outs in the infield. Since then, she's 1 for 4. Kulala grounds it down again, this time to third base, trying to get there safely, but cannot, as she will be retired on that bang-bang play from third base to first. So Kulala is retired, but Ridgefield Park does produce another run in that top of the 7th inning on the 2-out RBI single by Ava Caparso. We now head to the bottom of the 7th inning as Fort Lee will look to rally down 8-0. Bottom of the 7th inning now. Fort Lee trying to find a way to solve Gabriela Rivera. And Luciana Casal swings and misses at the first offering she sees, 0-1. Casal is 0 for 2 this afternoon, struck out back in the first, also grounded out the third, her last time up in the fourth inning. Fort Lee has not been able to produce a run yet here today, as that is popped up. Ranging back, but misplaying it in right field. There was a bit of a collision that was ensuing, or close to it, as you didn't know whose ball it was going to be, if it was going to be the right fielder or if it was going to be the second baseman who was backpedaling in that play. But it fell out of the glove, and that will allow Casal to reach base safely off of the error. I would rule that as E9. Again, I'm not the official scorer, so it could be a base hit. Credit to Casal on that one, but she reaches base safely here to start the bottom of the seventh inning. Now Castillo, the catcher, will line that one deep to right field side. That'll roll all the way past the track. That's extra bases. And that's going to be a double for Fort Lee, so the Bridgemen have the first two hitters on safely here to begin the bottom of the seventh inning. Runners at second and third after a double by Avalie Castillo. So a nice base hit. That time to right field. And it's now going to be a scoring opportunity here for Fort Lee. They'll roll that one past the infield. That's going to score a run. And that's going to get Fort Lee on the board with a pair of runs scoring here against Gabriela Rivera. So Sojung Won got the ground ball, got it past the second baseman into shallow center field. And Fort Lee is on the board with 2 runs home on the ground ball, 2-run single. It's now an 8-2 lead. Now the pitch gets away from the catcher. And heading down to second base is Sojung Won, the first baseman, who got that 2-run single that has plated home the first 2 runs of the game for Fort Lee. So if anything, they accomplished their goal of preventing the shutout from happening here. And they have struck now for a couple of back-to-back hits in this game. A double by Avalie Castillo, and then a 2-run single by Sojung Won. Rachel Hum had a double her last time up in the 5th inning. She's 1 for 2 this afternoon. So it proved to be a costly error that allowed Casal to reach to start off this inning, and then she and Castillo were driven in by 1. Swing and a miss, and Rachel Hum is retired via the strikeout. 14th strikeout of the afternoon now here for Gabriela Rivera, and there's one away with the runner still down at second base. Swing and a miss that time. As once again, hitting in this spot is Tori Goris. Goris will launch that one to the right side. That's going to be a base hit. That should score another run here for Fort Lee. So the Bridgemen have played at home 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. They have finally gotten to Gabriela Rivera here this afternoon. An RBI for Goris. 3rd hit of the inning. It's now 8-3. That brings up Francesca Lupino with a runner down at first with 1 out. There's going to be a ground ball to the right side. Second baseman handles it. That'll move the runner down into scoring position, but now Fort Lee is down to their final out of the game after the 4-3 putout. So Lupino is retired. So a nice rally here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Bridgemen, but it might be too little too late, as Park will take that one off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Caitlin Park struck out in her first plate appearance as she came into the game for Pagino. Park swings and misses through that one. So Gabriela Rivera showing that she is a mere mortal here in the 7th inning, but she's on a way to a win, 1 out away from procuring that win on the road for her side and picking up another win in division action for Ridgefield Park as well. 2-1 the count against Park, as Rivera missing to the outside as well. Rivera has not walked a hitter in this game. She has now given up 3 runs on 4 hits and has struck out 14. And there's the first walk she's given up. So hope is still alive here for Fort Lee. They will have runners at first and second with 2 outs, down by 5. They want to keep this rally going. They have to put together some big-time hits. Michelle Kim, who's 1 for 3 here today, she's the leadoff hitter. Correction, it's been 5 hits in this game for Fort Lee. Don't want to shortchange the Bridgemen. As Kim quickly fouls it back, and Fort Lee is down to their final strike of the game. Oh, 2, Kim fouled it back to stay alive. Hausman would be the next hitter waiting on deck if Fort Lee can continue this inning. 3 runs already plated home in this bottom of the 7th inning for the Bridgemen. Kim trying to send it down to the right side, but instead it's a line out, and that will be your ball game. So Kim lines out to the first base side, and Ridgefield Park will hold on for an 8-3 victory here on the road against Fort Lee. And a great pitching performance despite giving up 3 runs in that bottom of the 7th inning by the freshman Gabriela Rivera. She'll pick up the win, and in the process also strike out 14 hitters in this game. So with the defeat, Fort Lee will fall to 5-9 on the season, 3-3 in league play. With the victory, Ridgefield Park will improve to 10-8 overall and 3-1 in the Big North American Division. So that'll do it for our broadcast coverage here of Fort Lee Athletics and Fort Lee Bridgemen softball here on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in and supporting these great student athletes from both fine institutions and schools. And we welcome you to join us again for our coverage of Fort Lee Bridgemen softball, as we'll be back here for the game on Friday featuring the Bridgemen taking on Garfield. So for our broadcast crew, Maria Giannatasio and Renee Matisich, and our producer, Dimitri Nanis, I'm Dan Long saying so long from sunny Fort Lee, and we'll see you here next time. Take care.